Here we go. Hey Annie, how's it going today? What's going on?
Hi, it's me cooking with Annie in the trailer park, but today I am actually cooking with my favorite mother-in-law, my only mother-in-law, Estelle Tuvman. She will be 93 and she's going to show us how to make her mother's pressure cooker soup.
Vegetable soup.
Vegetable soup, and as you can see, she's got the pressure cooker from her mother, and it's not the electric one.
It's a 6-quart.
It's a 6-quart, and we're going to show you how she puts this together. So it's going to be a family heirloom recipe.
But at the same time, with today's modern pressure cookers that are run on electricity,
Yes, you can still
you
make
can do
this.
the same thing. Because
Yep.
these, if you're not an expert, you can definitely blow up your house. So Mom's an expert. She's been doing this a long
Yeah,
time.
we already had it blow up in our house. Okay, so anyway, she's cutting up her vegetables, her onions. She's got the different kinds of beans.
What kind of beans are those, Annie?
Well, those are split peas,
Okay.
lentils. We also have some small baby lima beans, and we also have barley, all right? Now, barley is hard to find these days, but if if you're lucky enough to find a place that has it, it can really add to your soup. And also, we're going to tell you about one of the magic ingredients is putting in a yam along with the vegetables.
Right, that is right.
And that yam was peeled, right?
Yep.
Oh, I just peeled it. Whoops,
Do you want to
I'm
hold
losing
up,
the greens.
Annie? Do you want to hold up the yams for everyone to see?
Okay, I'm losing the beans here. Hold on, they're running away. Okay, here is the, it's a small yam. She will put it in. Estelle, do you cut this in half? Do you cut it?
Yes, because it can be very hard to cut.
Okay, so anyway.
We may only use half of it. maybe.
Okay, we might just use half of it. She's gonna look, she'll get her ingredients set in the pot, and then she'll determine whether it's gonna be too much a whole yam, or she's gonna put in half a yam.
Also,
So-
we have to talk about the bones.
Right.
Oh,
but
yes.
before you do, Mom, so far you've cut up the celery, and you're not going to peel the carrots, right?
No, I'm not.
And as far as you have a couple yellow onions, are you going to use both of those onions or just one onion?
I think we may just use one.
Okay, and tell us about the soup bones. What's the story on the soup bones?
Well, the soup bones are kind of hard to come by these days. If you have a butcher, these are marrow bones, all right? And they're pretty thick marrow bones. And the only other kind that I can find are basically the chuck bones seem to be in some of the markets. But you find a lot of people that, I don't know what they do with bones these days. They might throw them away, but they make your soup much better.
You were saying something about whatever's in the soup bones is what pulls the whole soup together. Is that right?
There's a what?
You said that the soup bones kind of pull the whole flavor together of the soup?
Well, they're like the glue, you know?
Okay.
They are like the part of that adds much more body to your soup.
Gotcha. So I'll tell you what, we'll take a break right now while Annie and my mom Estelle are putting this all together. And then we'll come back and she'll tell us how much water she put in, and then we'll show you what's next.
All right, talk to you later.
As far as cutting the yam, it's a little bit harder to cut than some of the other vegetables, right?
And they take longer to cut.
And it takes longer to cook, right?
Yep, but that's why you cut them in smaller pieces.
Okay, and Estelle was just showing me how to cut these in smaller pieces. And actually, I'm going to just go over the sink here just to show everybody how you're putting this in a little container.
Well, just to keep them separate.
Yeah, just to keep it separate, and we make more room on the cutting board, but I'll swing around here and you'll see that we've got the different ingredients that we'll be dropping into the pressure cooker once we get the water all set. So we'll be right back.
Okay, hi, we're back, and here's Grandma Estelle, and we are now getting the soup bones ready. I took them out of the plastic bag that they came in from the store. I washed my hands thoroughly, and now I'm going to rinse the bones in
cold water.
cold water.
And in this case, we got these bones from a really good meat market in Palm Springs.
We're not putting them in yet.
Okay, where do you want me to put them then?
Just leave them in the sink.
Okay,
We're first gonna put down some of the dried ingredients, okay?
okay, let me wash my hands, or let me wipe my hands off.
There you go.
Okay.
And if you'll notice over here, all the ingredients that are going to be going into the soup are these little
Okay, we have split
containers.
peas.
Yep.
I'm just gonna cover the bottom of this in here.
Okay, let me just take a picture of that real quick. Let me just get the camera over here. Okay, there you go.
I'm not putting in whole bunches because otherwise they'll all fill up and it'll make maybe too thick a soup.
Okay.
Now we're gonna put in lentils.
Lentils, okay. So no real formula, just kind of covering the bottom of the bowl, is that right? Of the pressure
Right.
cooker?
Right.
Okay,
We're just covering the bottom of this.
Okay.
But this is a old pressure cooker.
right. It's older than me, and I'm pretty old.
Well, we've had it, it was my mother's, okay?
So that kind of qualifies an
I
antique.
inherited it.
And now you're putting in
Okay, now we're putting in barley.
barley, okay.
Now barley is going to puff up too. So I can't tell you exactly how much, I'm just covering the bottom of this. And we also have some baby lima beans.
And Mom, what size pressure cooker is that? Is that a 6 quart?
It's a 6 quart.
It's a 6 quart.
It's gonna make a lot of soup.
Okay.
These are my baby lima beans. And I'm gonna put them all in here. Empty out my package of precious. Now, this is a trick my mother showed me.
Okay.
This is how you wash them all at one time. You put this bottom thing on here with cold water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just put it in the lid up, just rinse it.
So you're gonna rinse it in cold water.
Yep.
She's rinsing the beans. Because usually beans, they say to wash in water to get stuff that got packed with it or whatever. But beans, you have to kind of wash them before you use them.
Okay, now look. See, they're covered with cold water.
See that? Yep.
And now we're gonna see if we can take this off and just rinse it.
And hopefully not lose too many beans, right? Looks like you did it. Looks like you did good.
This'll do it.
All right.
And now you're using a little knife to get that little, whatever you call
What
it.
this is. Okay, now we're gonna put in the bones. No, I think we'll put in the vegetables and we'll put the bones on top. It doesn't matter. We're doing the celery, the yam. Where's the yam?
The yam is mixed in there.
It is mixed in there?
Yep, it's
Okay.
mixed in there. We cut
And
that
now
in
we're
small
gonna put
pieces.
the bones in,
Okay.
over here.
Here's some onion.
Oh, good. I would thought something was missing.
So that was one onion that we cut up, one yellow onion,
Right.
and one yam.
And carrots, 4
Yep.
carrots.
Yep. And a little bit
And-
of celery.
Yeah. And you can actually, if you have celery with tops on it, save them. And you can put it on the top of all of this. All right, now I'm going to put in a couple bay leaves.
Okay. And why bay leaves? It just adds to the flavor?
It's just a nice flavor.
Okay.
Just put them in.
Okay.
I hope I didn't forget anything.
Salt, pepper, or are you going to do that later?
Actually, I may put in some peppercorns,
Okay.
just, to give it that flavor.
Okay. So you're not putting in ground pepper, you're putting in
Well,
peppercorns.
actually, I do have some ground black pepper. So I'll put in about, let's see. I think I'll put in a teaspoon of ground pepper, and then we'll put some salt in.
Okay. And you obviously can season it to taste when this is all cooked.
I have to taste it once it's all simmered down
Okay,
and see what it needs.
okay.
And we need salt. I don't use kosher salt because sometimes I put in too much. I'd rather add salt. Okay, now we're ready just to add the water. That's it.
Okay. And how much water to cover up the bones?
Yep. But this is the tricky part because it's hard for me to get it to the stove.
Well, I'll help you with that.
Okay.
So you're actually putting in quite a bit of water. Almost
Well, she's
not,
covering, she has to cover
she
the
has to
bones.
cover everything up, right.
We can always add water if it's too thick.
Okay, so Annie, do you want to go ahead and move that over?
Okay, she's putting the top on.
No, this is basically my little strainer that I use for the dried,
Oh,
the
okay.
dried beans.
Oh, you're not putting that on, okay.
No,
All right,
The cover is right there.
do you want me to bring that over there first?
Yep.
Okay, so hold
And
on.
I think we need to put it on this burner
Because
because
that one has the most horsepower.
Okay, if you want to look at how much water she put in, she covered up everything.
That looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we'll bring it over here,
Right.
and it is heavy.
Yes, it is heavy.
Okay.
So we're going to get this all ready, and when we come back, we will show you the process of
Well,
how we're
actually,
cooking.
we will let it cool down.
Right. But basically,
Together. Can you get it together? have
okay,
to
we'll
get
be
it
back
together.
folks, and we'll show you more about what's going on here.